We got Dominick Reyes back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Jared Cannonier coming up here at UFC Fight Night 129 on May 19th. Dom, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, James, man? I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing very well. It's good to talk to you again. And for those who are watching this right now and think that Dom's being really cool by wearing the sunglasses, I know you just had your eyes checked, so it's all good. I don't take it personally.
Dilated eyes.
Yeah.
Part of the process.
Of course, I got to see your last fight live. It was an incredible performance. You get the nice quick win in that one at UFC 218. But that was back in December, and here we are talking about a fight in May. Did you want this much time off, or were you looking to get in there a little bit sooner?
I was thinking a little sooner, but it's all good, man. Just more time to develop and hone in on my skills.
Yeah, and what have you been up to? I'm sure you got a little bit of time off in between there, enjoyed the holidays and all that. Did you do any cross-training at all, or has it just been sort of business as usual?
Yeah, did a little bit of traveling, went to Denver, worked with those guys again, did work with them, Curtis and Neil and Nick and everybody over there. I'm starting to work with Landau Performance with Nate Smock over there. He's excellent. Working with the PI now, working on my strength conditioning. In the off season, I've just kind of been focusing on strength conditioning and developing my boxing and my jiu-jitsu as usual.
Yeah, no, that's great, man. This is your first time fighting overseas. Are you happy about this? Are you happy to get some extra frequent flyer miles heading to Chile?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm going to be an international fighter now. So, I mean, that's been the goal the whole time, travel overseas, see different things and see the world. So, not too excited about the flight. It's a little long at 14 hours or something like that, but it is what it is,
Yeah, you'll make do. So you're fighting Jared Cannonier, who's, he's lost 2 of his last 3, but I know there's some personal stuff here because obviously he beat Nick, who's a friend of yours, training partner of yours. Does that kind of add a little bit more, being able to get some revenge for Nick in this fight?
Somewhat. Nick's a good friend of mine, so I would like to avenge that loss for him. But it's the same as usual, man. Another opponent. He's tough as they come, and I'm really excited for the challenge.
Yeah, you certainly are. And I guess it's just one of those things, the division's so wide open right now. I don't think it matters about wins and losses. It's more about, staying active and getting a bigger name. And Jared's, kind of developed a name for himself. He's at the lab now and everything. So I'm sure that that's sort of exciting as well. But let's talk about the matchup. How do you feel like your skill set sort of goes against his in this fight?
I feel like it's a good matchup stylistically. We're both long. He's short, but he's long. He's deceptively long. We both like to throw. We both like to stand and test our skills. On the ground, I feel like I got him beat. On the feet, I feel like I can beat him as well. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll see where the fight takes us. You always have a game plan, and then, just wherever the fight takes you kind of thing.
Good stuff. And as far as training camp, I know you've been doing a bit of cross-training here and there, like you mentioned, but is the plan, to do the bulk of your camp back at home, or are you going to spend a lot of time in Colorado?
Well, there's only 2 weeks of camp left, so I've spent most of the camp here. I started camp off in Colorado. I spent 2 weeks out there working with Curtis and Neil, and Nick's been injured, but working with Curtis and Neil, and I mean, working with them is invaluable. You get the best striking and length with Neil, and then you get the best wrestling and overall power with Curtis. I mean, it's the best of both worlds, and I'm right in the middle where I'm a light heavyweight where I can work with both of them. So it's a blessing really to be able to go out there. And then over here I have great training partners as well. I'm working with Jamal Pogues, Joe Stevenson, my brothers as usual, and everything's just, this camp's gone well, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to go out there and perform.
I love hearing that. You mentioned the strength and conditioning, sort of beefing that up and everything else with working with the PI. How is the cut going, especially with the fact that you're going to have this fight overseas, so I'm sure you have to alter it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But since I've been working with them, literally I went over there the week after my last fight, and I started work right away. So everything's pretty much on point. The cut's not going to be too much. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm going to come in strong and healthy and not depleted, and it's going to be a good fight.
When are you heading down there?
I'm leaving on Sunday on Mother's Day. I had to ask my mom's permission.
Yeah, of course you do. That's good. That's smart. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight? I know last time it was Joe and your brother.
Yeah, it's just Joe and my brother again, but my other brother this time.
Okay.
And my mid-man, Night Champ.
Okay, cool. So just like a brother rotation then, I guess, just every fight. Yeah. That's cool. Now, as far as this fight, playing out on May 19th, what's sort of your prediction? How do you sort of see it, going down?
I can see the first round. We're kind of filling each other out, but it's the first round, so anything could happen in the first round. We're both very strong and powerful. So I can see second, third round finish on my side. We'll see, though. It could go the distance as well. It could end up being fight of the night. So we'll see what happens. I'm super excited. He's really tough, and I've kind of been searching for somebody that I could, test my skills with a bit here. So I think Jared's going to be that man. If not, then someone else. So
right.
Just get the W.
Yeah, you always take tough fights, and I'm sure you can't help but notice, and I know you're not looking past Jared here, but if you get the win here, you'll be 9-0. I mean, that looks good in any division. Are you wanting like a veteran fight after this, or are you looking for maybe another prospect? Because I still feel like you and Jordan Johnson at some point are going to lock horns at some point. It seems like that's going to happen.
Yeah, man, I feel like that's inevitable. I mean, you can't keep me talking trash, and I'm going to forget about it. I was thinking if everything goes well, when I win this fight, I'd love to fight Jordan Johnson 10-0 for the 10-0 fight in LA at Staples, man. Hometown fight. He's from San Diego. I'm from LA. Let's fucking do it, man. Excuse my language.
Look at you. No, you can. Hey, listen, I'm Canadian, but you can swear all you want. It's all good. So I don't mind. No, that's awesome. I mean, it's good to kind of map all that out. And again, I know you're never a guy who looks past your opponent. So it's just more of a, keeping the blueprint for the rest of 2018. You got a long plane ride. You mentioned that. I know sleep is going to be a big part of that. But what else are you going to be doing on the airplane, to try and pass time? Are you going to bring some movies with you? Maybe load up the podcast? What would I find you doing?
Probably read a couple books.
Oh, yeah, should have mentioned books too. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Books, watch some film, and just walk around the plane and just kill time. Probably watch a few movies and read a book or two.
Okay, what books you got lined up for this fight? For this flight, I should say.
I have a few books. I have mindfulness books. I have books on existentialism and life on the whole and where we fit into the universe. But I don't know. I might go into Barnes & Noble and find a new book on something else. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's good, man. Well, it's going to be an awesome fight. UFC Fight Night 129, May 19th. Dom, it's always good talking to you, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
All right, James, man. I appreciate it. I always love talking to you, man. Let's start off with my team, Cobra Kai, the Bullet Hole, my family, Nutrition Edge, World Gym, High Desert, the UFC Performance Institute, Landau Performance, and everyone, all my fans, find me at Twitter at Dom Reyes, Instagram Dom Reyes 24, and yeah, man, May 19th, it's going down. I'm on the main card, so you guys are gonna want to see this one. We're the biggest guys on the card. We throw with the most power. Could be fight of the night, could be knockout of the night, could be submission of the night. It's light heavyweights, and that's the most exciting division, so we're bringing it back.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.